Hey everybody, Dave here from Tres Studios, and today I have arugula growing in this grow pipe, which I've harvested once already, and I think I can get one more harvest out of it, so 3 harvests out of this crop of arugula. And I'll show you closer, but it looks like it's starting to get ready to flower here, so you want to cut it back before it gets to this point. But anyway, I'll trim this down in a minute, but I wanted to tell you guys some of the other things I have going on. I have over in this little container, which I'll show you guys. I don't know if you can see it now, if it's in the camera. But I've only grown alfalfa out as sprouts, but I'm trying it as microgreens because I wanted to see what it would look like and taste like, because I've been reading up on alfalfa, and it sounds like it's a great nutritious kind of a superfood, really. And so I'm going to try that out, and I'm also going to be doing an experiment with baby greens planter versus a hydroponic microgreens planter. So the same size planter, and I've done a preliminary kind of a study, but I want to do a really detailed study that I'll share with you guys as far as how much plant material you get versus how much seed you plant in both situations. For instance, the microgreens are going to take about a teaspoon of seed and take about 7 to 10 days for microgreens. And the baby greens, I'm not sure, I'm thinking probably be more like 20 days, but you only need a pinch of seeds and you can cut them 3 times. But the microgreens you can only cut once. So baby greens will obviously be much more plant material for your money. But I'm going to do a video comparison planting the same crop the same day in the same size container, but just baby greens versus microgreens. And we'll see how that comes out. But, you know, like I said, you got some idea that you're going to get a lot more plant material out of the baby greens. But I'll have, you know, the definite answer on how long it takes and how much seed it takes. So that should be fun. And we'll check out the alfalfa. I'll give you guys a closer look at these after I trim. I want to show you guys where I trim this, trim these arugulas to, and hopefully the camera will pick this up, but you can see that that's starting to get flowers on it, and you want to cut it before it gets that way. It's okay, but I mean, you really don't want the flowers to be opening unless of course you wanted to collect seed, which you can do with even with a grow pipe. You can let it go to seed and collect seed. That's no problem. So I just cut them off, and I've already, like I said, I've already done this once. You can see some of the ones that I've cut before. And so the pipe gives you a decent amount of greens, you know, definitely enough for a meal or two depending on how you're having it. But I'm going to have this with some pasta and chickpeas tonight with garlic and olive oil. And you know, when you cook greens, you could have a whole mess of greens, and by the time you cook them, you got just a little bit. So it won't be too much by the time this cooks down. So there's what we got out of this pipe. And like I say, that's the second harvest. I'm not sure how many days in between from the first harvest. But I'll give you guys a quick little look at these planters here. I'll zoom in on these. Okay guys, so here is the alfalfa that I'm going to grow into microgreens. So like I said, I've eaten alfalfa sprouts many times, but I've never grown them into micro. So it'll be interesting to see what those leaves look like. You know, the first real leaves. These are just the cotyledon. And here is the baby greens planter. It doesn't look like much now, but you don't want to plant this too heavy because you're planting it for baby greens. instead of when you plant for microgreens, you cover the whole entire screen with seed. Like this is, I believe this is purple kohlrabi. That's a beautiful, sorry about the lighting. I'm trying to show you guys the color. It has like a purplish tinge around the edges of the leaves. And I think it, like I said, I think it's purple kohlrabi. Pretty sure. But you can see how tightly packed these microgreens are. And it's interesting that they wick up, the roots will wick up moisture to feed their neighbors. Like you'll even find moisture up in here that's come up, the plant has pulled up. Anyway guys, that's what I'll be comparing, is this type of planter for baby greens with this type of planter for microgreens, and we'll do a side-by-side test right together with the same crop, and we'll see what we get for amounts of greens and how long it takes, how much seed it takes. So that'll be a fun experiment for me. And here's all the arugula that I just harvested. Arugula is a crop that if you haven't tried it, it's either something you're really going to love or you might not like it at all, because it's kind of got a unique taste. It's a strong taste. But anyway, I like it chopped up in salads, and I like it sauteed with garlic and olive oil on pasta and different things like that. Okay, well I think that's about it for today, guys. So thank you all for watching. I appreciate it. I appreciate all your support. And I'll have some links below to my Etsy shop where you can find the grow pipe and lots of other artwork and wire baskets and stuff. And there'll also be a link down there to my Facebook hydroponic group if you guys want to check that out. We're always happy to have new members. And so I hope you all have a good day, and I'll see you next time. Take care. Happy growing.